Hello and welcome to the first episode of Garage Talk Media. I'm Homeless Hammid.
And I'm Just Broke Joe.
And today we're going to be talking about One Punch Man. Little background. One Punch Man is currently showing on Netflix, at least the first season is. The second season is available on Hulu. We're going to be talking about the first episode of the first season, and which basically kicks it all off. Just a little background, the anime is actually based on a manga, and manga is basically a Japanese version of comic books. However, it has a distinctive style. Anyway, I started watching it because of Bill Burr, who has his own animation show on Netflix called F is for Family. He started talking about it on his podcast. And so I got interested, thought, oh, what's this about? And it turns out to be my favorite thing. So I really liked it, and I got Joe here to watch it. So
I like it too.
And that's what we're going to be talking about today.
That's right.
So, Joe, what did you think, besides liking it, what did you think about the
This
episode?
is a really cool adult cartoon, and it's got a lot of social commentary in it. It's a story about a tragic hero. His name is Saitama.
The first scene that we see in the episode.
First scene we see in the episode is a chaos going all over the world. This huge 1,000-foot tall monster named Vaccine Monster is destroying Japan. And he's destroying it because...
He's not 1,000 foot.
Well, he's taller than a building. Come on.
He's
huge.
just scary looking. Look,
No, look how he towers.
He's not 1,000 foot. Okay, he does grow.
I know the height of my monsters. So One Punch Man punches this huge, muscular, monstrous creature named Vaccine. One punch, and the monster gets obliterated all over the place.
So, to me, Vaccine Man doesn't matter at all. He's just there to introduce you to Saitama, who's One Punch Man.
It's like the prelude to the episode, because Crab Man really is more of an important villain that sets up the character Saitama.
Well, that's back in the future.
Okay.
Right. And then they go into the opening credits.
That's right.
Opening credits is this. You know what the Japanese music's like.
It's heavy metal. It's very cool contemporary hard rock heavy metal with a shot of like a peach tree, and the peaches are going up as the camera pans down.
And then we go into the flashback.
Yeah.
3 years earlier.
Yeah.
Crab Monster's going around the city, and he meets up with Saitama, and he says, "Hey, speaks in a funny voice. It's kind of
That's right. He goes gloob gloob gloob.
He says he became a crab man. Why?
Because he ate just too much crab, and look at him. Now he's big, he's pissed, he wants to just destroy everybody also, but the animators don't take him too seriously because as big and menacing as he is and threatening, he wears tighty-whitey brief underwear.
But he comes across Saitama, who's a little bit depressed.
Actually, he went for a job interview, didn't get the job because there's a lot of unemployment in Japan, and the youngsters have a lot of trouble getting work. There's a lot of competition. So he's walking out of the job interview down the street, down and depressed, wearing his suit.
The monster says, "No, you're even sadder than I am."
That's right.
And I'm going to let you go. So,
Right.
And Saitama's like, "Well, I didn't get the job." He's like, "Okay, you go away. You're more depressed than me. Besides, I'm looking for a little boy with a big chin."
A very homely little boy. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, exactly, with the huge chin.
No,
Go ahead.
that's all he describes. The crab monster describes it that way, and you're going, okay, whatever. Saitama walks away, and then he comes across the boy with a really big chin.
Yes, exactly. And he's thinking to himself first, hey, wait a minute, that boy is so homely. That little boy is just so homely. Oh my, that's hilarious.
So before the little boy can go, Crabman shows up.
Crabman shows up very, very pissed off and accuses a little boy. He says he's going to kill him, and he accuses a little boy of painting nipples on his chest when he was sleeping, and it's true. So that adds a whole other dimension that you can laugh at to that. That gives Crabman reason to be angry and want to kill the little boy, and then Crabman then steps on the little boy's soccer ball and pops it, and then when he's actually going to go lunge at the little boy, then Saitama does make a decision and decides to get into the fight and go and save and protect this very homely little boy.
Well, it's just the randomness of Japanese animation,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's just a random thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put something in there. Hey, Crab Monster hates the little boy because he drew nipples on him.
Right.
So then Saitama's like, hey, I can't let you just kill this kid.
Right.
And then he brings up the low birth rates in Japan.
Yes, low birth
I don't
rate
know
in
why.
Japan.
Again, another random statistic.
Social commentary. There's a lot of social commentary in this episode, so you guys all should watch it.
But it's
not just for the
It's
anime.
not just. Oh, you don't take it seriously, do you?
the social commentary?
Yeah, the
There-
birth rates
I
and
do.
the joblessness.
Oh, of course, there are real life problems in Japan and throughout the world. Low birth rate throughout the world, and also pollution, and vaccines and germs, and freaks of nature wanting
I'm
to
sorry,
come
I
up.
could not take it seriously at all.
Freaks of nature coming out to destroy mankind because we're destroying
Wait,
the earth.
you're taking Vaccine Man as serious?
He
Humans are a virus on the planet.
That's
And
what,
I am Vaccine Man, and you're taking that like as
That's-
social commentary?
exactly.
Oh, I can't take that
That's to
seriously. I'm
take
sorry.
so all of us that we are destroying the planet in so many ways, but then the lightheartedness to the whole series is that they have the Crabman in underwear. But animation represents what the authors want to get across.
I'm sitting there going, this is just awesome. Because the guy can punch things.
I'll agree with you there. It is awesome. The series is awesome. It's multi-layered, makes you think, makes you reflect on the world, and they add the lightheartedness of the villains having some kind of a tragic flaw or wearing tidy-whitey underwear. You gotta laugh at it.
Crab Monster, he starts saying, "Hey, you're gonna protect this kid.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna kill the kid, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill you now because we're both done." And starts beating up on Saitama. He takes a few licks, and then he finds a way to kill the crab monster.
And I was actually grossed out by that scene. It's
You
like,
were?
oh my gosh. He pulled the crab's eye out, and all the crab's insides came out through the eye, and they did a good job with the sound effects of gush, gush, flush, flush. And then it killed the crab man.
Now they go back to present time, and it's two brothers. One brother is a bodybuilder. The other one's a scientist.
Yes.
Bodybuilder brother wants to be the biggest, strongest.
Exactly. He wants to be the strongest man. He's just working out, wants to be the strongest man in the whole world.
His science brother has developed some kind of concoction. Most notably, it has strawberry flavor
To
in it.
get his brother to drink it. Yeah, he develops the elixir to make his brother the strongest man, but his brother kind of hesitates on taking it. So he goes, but it's strawberry flavor. So you can drink it.
So
Exactly.
he guzzles it right down. And instead of just being bigger like a regular human,
Yeah.
he becomes taller than any building. He's like 1,000 feet tall.
Exactly.
He's full of muscle.
Yeah.
Somehow his skull's on the outside of his head.
Yes.
And he's now walking around with his brother on the right shoulder.
Yes.
Walking through the city like Godzilla.
Leveling it, stepping on all the buildings of City A or City B or whatever it was, having people scream and run out of the way.
Real quick, there's no proper cities in these.
Right.
They're referred to as City A,
City
through,
B.
through City Z.
Exactly.
And they don't refer to like Tokyo or Nagasaki or Hiroshima or anything like that. It's always just a letter.
I've
of
got a
city.
thought behind that.
Oh, okay. What?
My thought behind that is that all the cities really don't have proper names because they're just leveled one by a different monster villain. City A, B, C, D, E. The next monster's going to City G, City F, City R. If they're destroyed, so what? We've got another 20-some cities through Z.
Well, just as a spoiler for the second episode, City Z is where Saitama lives. He lives in City Z. When you're introduced to the Hero Association, you find out later that they're in City A. So I don't know if that's. I think there's your social commentary
Yeah.
that this guy
He lives in the very
he lives
last
at the end.
city.
Strongest man
Yes.
is now got his brother on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he's stomping through city whatever. I think it was one of the cities.
What
I
are the
don't
cities? Let's
remember
just
the
say
city.
C, City C. But
Well,
for
no,
name's
let's.
sake.
We could.
No.
Out of nowhere, Saitama shows up
Yes.
and says, "Hey, you're pretty strong."
He appears on the strongman's other shoulder.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you're pretty strong. Hey, you're really strong. And then
Yeah.
the scientist brother who's on the shoulder says, "Hey, big brother, you got a guy on your other shoulder. Kill him."
Kill him. You got a guy on your other shoulder. Kill him. Exactly. Go ahead.
You go ahead. Finish up.
You go
Finish
ahead.
up.
Okay. This is another commentary here that may be politically incorrect in this country, but over there in Japan, this brother, the scientist says, "Big brother, strongest man. You've got one punch man on your other shoulder. Kill him." So the strongest man, who's like 1,000 feet tall, goes boom. but kills his brother on the wrong shoulder. And then he's all, oh, no, I killed my brother. He gets really mad. But what are the writers trying to say there? That sometimes the biggest, strongest, buffest guys, that he didn't have much brains. He killed the wrong guy on the wrong shoulder. Shoulder, excuse me.
Well,
I picked that up. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Well, here it would be politically incorrect, but over there they did it. Boom, wrong guy. Oops. And then he just got really
you
mad.
don't think this is a social commentary somehow?
Yeah.
I just looked at it as, hey, you smash your shoulder, and he didn't specify which one.
But strongest man could look to see. He should know that his brother's on one shoulder as he's smashing through the city. One Punch Man lands on his other shoulder. You hit that one. Like if a fly landed on your shoulder, you wouldn't kill you. You hit the other shoulder. He hit the wrong shoulder. It's like, oh, come on.
I am so not getting
brains.
How are you getting social commentary on this?
No brains. How could anybody make a mistake like that?
I just thought it was funny. After he killed his brother, he, of course, blames Saitama.
Yeah.
And he does grab Saitama and basically throws Saitama into a building.
Yeah.
Saitama's like, well, you can't be just like stomping all over things. So he jumps up, punches him once.
One punch.
Kills the biggest and strongest man.
Right.
Who's 1,000 feet tall. And Saitama's like, that happened again. Again, you're getting social commentary. You're reading way more into this. And are there more people like you that see things like this?
I hope so. Either that or the show's going to lose half its audience. Maybe.
How did the episode end?
How did it end?
Yeah, how did it end?
Okay, wait, there's a lot more. One Punch Man lives in a tiny little dumpy apartment that's a mess, and he goes, I guess he's having rice over fish again.
That's right.
He's devoid of emotions. He has no love in his heart. He just has a longing, a deep longing. He no longer has feelings of happiness or exhilaration. And how it ends is he fights the subterranean creatures.
He meets them twice, but the first time, it's unique.
He's in his apartment. The alarm goes off. He's watering his plants with a little green elephant watering canteen. And then there's like an earthquake and explosion and stuff. And he goes outside, and there's these big, huge monsters that have like 3 little red eyes on the top, and they're the subterranean men. And they have come up from the middles of the earth to destroy mankind because they believe they are the true inhabitants of the earth. That we surface dwellers are destroying the earth. So therefore, they have to come up as the true inhabitants.
I'm gonna stop you right there. They say that they had there's not enough room down there below. They're overpopulated, and now they're gonna take over because they need more room. Because remember ABC Schoolhouse Rock's elbow room? Maybe that would be the United States.
Gotta get us some elbow room. It's the movement of bustard. In God we trust. God. Okay, I remember it from the 70s.
That's the way ABC.
That's the way Schoolhouse Rock went.
There was nothing. What?
Yes, it was.
No,
That's the song room, elbow room, and then they had a spaceman on the moon going elbow room, elbow room.
Didn't they just say elbow room?
There was a whole song to it. All those episodes had songs to it.
Oh, I just remember elbow room.
Okay.
So
back to One Punch Man.
They are overpopulated subterraneanly,
yeah.
if that's even a word.
Yeah.
And they kind of like bump into Saitama's building, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And they're like, "Hey, we're here to take over the overworld because we're overpopulated." And they start trying to beat up on Saitama.
And because they believe they're the true inhabitants of Earth, and we surface dwellers are not.
Yeah, that's right. He does call them subterraneans, and they're like, "No, we're Earthlings."
Yeah, they're the Earthlings. Yeah, we surface people are not the true people of Earth.
Saitama puts up a fight, and how does that fight go? The first one.
He puts up a fight and cannot kill them with one punch. He punches them, they back away, they fall, they start fighting back and forth, and then he realizes that he finally has worthy opponents that don't all just die at one punch. And he actually gets feelings of happiness and exhilaration back. He gets feelings of motivation. He feels more complete with these feelings coming back to him because he doesn't just destroy and kill everybody with only one punch. You want to give out the spoiler?
Yeah, the spoiler is that it was all a dream.
It's all a dream, and then he wakes up depressed. That feeling of exhilaration, of love, of fight, of fulfillment has been robbed from him because it was only a dream. And then as he walks outside, sadly depressed, he sees that in true life, the subterranean creatures are coming out.
Well, yeah, what ends up in the second encounter is he goes outside, he does see the subterraneans, I guess.
Yes.
Goes outside, and they're just nothing like they were in his dream. In his dreams, they were big and powerful, and they were giving as much as he gave. And he ends up just basically swatting them around. He swats one.
He swats one, obliterates him, and the other ones disappear back into the hole, into the ground so quickly, and they put up a white flag of surrender.
Yeah, like,
and
sorry.
One Punch Man, yeah, exactly. It says sorry, and One Punch Man is just feeling so let down and depressed again because there's no worthy opponents.
That almost ends it.
Yeah.
It goes into the credits after that, and the credits are unique. Not the credits themselves aren't very unique, but at the very end, there's an end credit scene for each for the first few episodes. After that, after a while, they go away. But the end credit scene for this episode, for those that do stick by it, and you it's kind of interesting, is you meet the crab guy again, just through a voiceover, basically telling you.
Gloob, gloob, gloob.
He's basically telling you about the next episode, even though he's dead, and he acknowledges that he's dead. But what's funny is they've only given him like I think it's only like 20 seconds. But at one point he's like, "What? I'm out of time. What? And then it just cuts him off.